Imagine a young man living in an environment where it's low income, a lot of heavy population in the area, domestic violence, violence outside the home, outside the natural home, a verbal abuse. He's a witness to his own, even physical abuse, not just outside. We talked about this domestic violence. What kind of values, what kind of beliefs would be inserted into the mind of a person like that? How is that young person, and become good citizens? How are they supposed to grow up when that's the environment, when the foundation, the building blocks? Some of good, there were, I'm sure there were some good building blocks there, but they were tumbled over by all of the bad building blocks, if that makes sense. Here's a young person that grows up in that kind of environment and really doesn't, there's no real guidance for this person. There's no real guidance at all. No real stability in the home, in the young man's life. That young man grows up. That young man is going to be very afraid. He's going to live a life of fear. He's going to live a life of hiding. He's going to find himself in some very awkward places at times. And it's even heartbreaking when you think about that type of a person, the decisions that person's making, where he's going, how that person is speaking. There's no now, those are the values, those are the beliefs, those are the core that makes up that individual, where that person came from. You take an individual like that, you help that person understand that, you may be a sinner. The Bible says we are fighting our own nature, our own sinful nature. We do fight our own sinful nature. And a lot of that we have coming into our lives, especially when we're young people, it either feeds or it pulls away from that sinful nature that you have. People can grow up to become some very wonderful, loving people, kind, or they can grow up to become, if you let your imagination soar for a little bit, you know what I'm talking about. These people like ISIS, and of course there's more of that. You help a person understand about their beliefs. You help a person convert and transform their beliefs, the things that they've held on to that they didn't even know they had. You help them transform those beliefs. You help people. Well, think about that person, right? Bring them out of that environment. Now you start planting. Of course, this needs to be done a long time ago, but you can always teach an old dog new tricks, like they say. You start focusing on core value. You start focusing on beliefs. You start building your life on something of value, something of substance, something that has a real foundation to it. Not all the stuff that you were focusing on before without even being aware. of. Most people are not even aware of why they're doing what they're doing. Most people are not aware. Most are not. You have to look inside yourself. You have to turn on the light. You have to pull out the magnifying glass. You got to pull out that, grab that nice cold glass of iced tea, if you will, sweetened iced tea, and get alone with yourself. Analyze, and you begin to put a plan together for yourself. It's amazing what happens when you begin to live in your values. When you begin to live in your true value of self, of who you can become and who you are and what you can do with your life and how you can exercise your faith and grow your faith and become more confident and figure out ways to make a lot of money, figure out ways to serve others, figure out ways to help people. But making lots of money is a big deal today. We all need to make a lot of money. All of us. I'll leave you with this information. I'll let you analyze it, digest it. If it's good for you, you'll leave a comment. Thumbs up, you'll share it with somebody. And if you want to know more about what I do as a life coach, how I help you achieve faster and more permanently, you can always check out soldiersofselfmastery.com. I'll see you at the top on the inside on my very next one, my friend. Peace through strength from the top of my heart.